to see the wizard, the wonderful Wizard of Oz. Wait. Hold on, guys, before you navigate away from the screen. Yeah, I'm talking about the Wizard of Oz tonight in my video, guys, because ultimately I want to talk about sales funnels, right? I want to talk about creating, in my mind, what I like to think about as yellow brick roads, okay? It's kind of like putting breadcrumbs down, right? You guys familiar with Hansel and Gretel? Okay, they didn't want to get lost when they went into the woods, so what they did was they sprinkled breadcrumbs when they ventured into the woods so they could find their way back, right? So, guys, when we talk about getting in front of our potential prospects, I don't know what it is about links, guys, right? I don't know what it is about links, but people love to click them, right? People love clicking links, right? And what I like to do in my marketing, right, and I'm just doing it more and more and more. This is why I can't stop doing the videos, guys. Is I like to do things. Number one, I like to do things different than most people, but I like to kind of take people on a journey. Now, I told you guys, once you start, doing your own thing, you get out here, you start doing your video marketing. The only rule of thumb is just be true to yourself, right? Market the way you want to market. Market based on who it is you are, okay? Number one. And then number two, guys, try to, right? Because there's so much competition out here online these days, right? And you guys hear me talking all the time. I'm saying, well, when everybody else is zigging, I want to be zagging. And as soon as they start zagging, I want to be zigging again, right? And, everybody got their own special spin or personal touch or what they do in their own marketing. And if they're doing marketing and they got to that point where they start doing that. And that's just my way of doing it. But one of the things that I try to do, guys, is keep people's attention, right? And I do that by not putting people to sleep. Oh, I'm sorry, guys, I'm not. Anyway, so look, let's before I fall asleep. Look, guys, listen to this. Um, just recently, I put up a couple of videos, right? And whether I'm creating a yellow brick road, right, that starts with the capture page, and then I'll redirect to me talking about something, right? And another example, right? I'll start with the capture page, and then I'll redirect to myself talking about something. First of all, people find it hard sometimes not to follow a path, right? People hate starting a process and not finishing it, right? That's really the message that I want to relay in this video. Most people, when they start a process, it's just the way that our minds are programmed, guys. When we start a process, it's hard for us not to follow that process through. Now, I shouldn't say that because a lot of us start processes that we don't finish. But if you are engaging, right, and you just you're being whoever you are, but if you're not putting people to sleep, they will follow through your process because they can't help themselves, right? They just want to see what's on the other end of the yellow brick road, right? People can't help following through a particular process. Now, when you start talking about bribes, people can call it whatever they want to, guys, but when you entice your offer by throwing in bonuses, and I did a video earlier and I talked about bonuses, you guys know I'm not crazy about the super ultra bonus thing. I'm not down with that, right? Because if you knew and somebody's piling 15, 25, 30 bonuses on top of the thing that you're trying to learn in the first place, guys, to me, it's like shooting yourself in the foot, right? Because first you got to have the time to just step into the training you got. Then they got all these bonuses thrown in. To me, it's just a distraction. It's a way to just try to get you a sale from you real quick, right? And I don't want to do that because I did that, right? And I talked about that in another video. I don't even know if I put it up yet. I was, I was in, I liked the product that I saw. I liked the presentation, and I was going to buy it. But before I could even go to pay now, I had to listen to 13 other bonuses the people were throwing in. And guess what, guys? I actually got the product. And guess what? I didn't go into none of it. I didn't even get into the main members area of the product that I joined initially. You know why? Because I didn't know where to start. Now, that could be on me, right? I'm not blaming the internet marketer or the internet marketers because there were several that I purchased things through that process like that with all those ultra bonuses being thrown in. What I'm saying is you can only, right, facilitate so much information at a time, right? And in this crazy internet marketing space, and I say crazy because we constantly being bombarded with so much stuff all the time, you know, which is why you hardly ever see me generally talk about business opportunities because you guys, you've seen them all, probably, right? It's not about the business opportunity, guys. It's the way you position yourself with your business opportunity, right? It's going to enable you to move forward, right? To have that flexibility, to brand yourself and become the business yourself, right? So then you can market and promote anything. That's why you don't hear me talking about it definitely as much as I used to, because I don't want to be a part of that pool. You can do it, but I'm doing something different, right? And hopefully, if you guys are on my channel and you follow me for a while, you're starting to pick up the method of my madness, right? My particular process, right? Now, I told you guys that there's some new traffic that I'm getting ready to tap into. It's going to cost me a little more money. Wow. But I wish you guys could, well, I'll do another video on it. But here's the thing, too, that you got to remember, guys. When I'm doing a lot of these videos on YouTube, this is just one segment, right, of a demographic that I can constantly grow and build and scale. But it's, on YouTube, right? And I did videos about how to get more views to your YouTube. I talked about how you guys can use tags, playlists, thumbnails and things like that to tap into a whole new demographic on YouTube just by the strain of keywords that you use to start doing your search. And preferably or hopefully if people find you and they like you, they can subscribe to you. Well, every time you base your YouTube videos on a different keyword search, that's a whole nother target audience. We talked about that, right? So here, you're thinking about that. Think about that. Now think about this. Think about the people that are not on YouTube. Think about the people that are not on Facebook. Ultimately, they go there, but there are a lot of people who don't go to YouTube and they don't go to Facebook looking for things. So YouTube is a great vehicle to host your videos to go out there and still continue to market to the masses. The masses in addition to YouTube, right? I'm not just marketing to YouTube, guys. When you guys see me on these videos, I'm not just marketing to the YouTube audience. You guys see it and you may think, well, yeah, no, it's another audience that you guys not is so much more, right? That's why I say expand your mind. And I'm gonna say this. I'm trying to say a lot of things in this video, but here's the thing. If you going to do video marketing, right? Again, just get in there and start doing it because there are so many benefits to doing it, right? I talked the other day and I said, one of my mentors said a long time ago, I was saying, well, what am I going to talk about in my YouTube videos? Now I can't run out of things to talk about in the YouTube videos, right, guys? Well, when I first started, I was like, well, who's listening to me? Who's listening to me? Who can find me, right? And before I knew anything about keyword research, I was just put a video up on YouTube and think that somebody was just going to mysteriously, hopeless, find me, right? That can happen. But the more you do this, the better you get, you start figuring out, you start thinking like a consumer, right? Start thinking like a consumer. What would you type if you're looking for? What are you looking for, guys? We want to become problem solvers, right? And when we start solving problems, we want to put our personal spin, our personal signature, our own personality in the problem solving process, right? That's why I'm talking about the yellow brick road, right? Because I have a process, right, that I prefer when I do my YouTube videos, right? I want to take people on like a journey, right? I want them to laugh a little bit, right? Because I love playing around, right? I love clowning around. So, you understand what I'm saying? It's no different than me standing in a bus station, right, downtown, right, talking to somebody, right? That's how I want to talk. That's how I'm going to talk. Just like I would be having a conversation with you if I saw you on the street, right? Just like a conversation I would have with you if I'm talking on the phone, right? Yep, I stumble in my words, I mess up, I stutter, and every now and then, guys, I doze off and fall asleep. Oops, I'm sorry. Hey, no, I don't do that. I really don't. But somebody accused me of that one day. One of my YouTube viewers said, I think you be falling asleep. I do fall asleep, but not when I'm doing the videos, man. I can't remember what his name was. But anyway, here's the point. It was enough to keep him engaged, though, right? He was talking about, and then I get people sometimes they throw a lot of negative comments up. Not a lot, but I see them. But they're still engaged, right? Why? Because they can't fall asleep. They can't take their eyes off of me, guys. They can't. And you do the same thing. Keep them engaged, right? And ultimately, it's going to help you in the YouTube video search. But create yellow brick roads, right? Create this little path, right? Drop some breadcrumbs, guys, right? That people can kind of follow you. Make them curious, right? They know what it is on the other end that you're talking about, okay? I just think that's just the coolest thing, man. I wasn't even gonna do a video, guys. I'm here. I am doing a video, and I wasn't gonna do it anyway. Let me get out of here, guys. I smell some fried chicken cooking. My wife was making me something cool to eat. Anyway, I thank you guys for being on the video. I love you guys. Keep banging. I'm gonna see you on the next video. Peace.